Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And in today's video, I wanted to talk about if this is the right way for AT&T to go about it. So here in the last few days, AT&T made some very interesting announcements on HBO Max and a few other things. And I wanted your guys' input and to see not if this is going to be successful or a failure for AT&T, but if this is the right way to go about it. So I think with the HBO Max, them not having the 4K HDR out the box might be a setback, but they announced as of yesterday that it's coming. It's coming very soon, and when it comes, they're saying it's going to be very good. You got to remember, from all of these other platforms that it's really compared to, like Disney Plus, HBO Max at launch had over 10,000 hours of content. That's a lot of content to switch over to 4K HDR, and it's probably very expensive. So I just don't think that was realistic right off the bat, to really push that. And it's coming at a later time. And I think when it comes, it's going to be really good, and they're gonna make a lot of noise. They're gonna let it be known that they have 4K HDR on their HBO Max content. But what I really wanted to talk about today is, in my opinion, I think AT&T is starting to try to build a second option ecosystem. And what I mean by that, the first ecosystem that AT&T tried to build was they tried to get you bundled into the TV, home broadband, and then either the wireless or the home phone. That was the triple bundle, and that was the original ecosystem. Now the ecosystem is happening on streaming, in my opinion. And with the announcement that they made yesterday that the HBO Max stream for AT&T customers is not going to count against your data caps, is another ecosystem, in my opinion. So now AT&T TV can be streamed pretty much data free on their platform, on the wireless, and HBO Max now as well. So I think that is another option to build a very strong ecosystem for AT&T. If you don't like the bundle, the home broadband, TV, wireless, we now give you a very similar ecosystem on wireless with streaming. And I know some people were upset because AT&T announced that if you stream Netflix or Disney, it would count against your data cap. But I mean, wouldn't you do the same if it's not your product? You would have it go against the data caps. It just, in my opinion, it just makes sense. If it's my own product, which they own all that content, I just think it makes sense that they don't have it go against the data cap, which in my opinion makes perfectly sense, but you guys may think otherwise. But that's why I wanted to mainly see if you guys think this is the right way for AT&T to go about this, to turn the streaming kind of into an ecosystem. So if you stream outside of the AT&T products, you are going to get charged for the data caps. And it creates, in my opinion, immense value for AT&T. How are they going to market it to the market? I don't know. I haven't seen any commercials yet that say, hey, look, our wireless plan now includes HBO Max. T-Mobile early on was very good at that. Boom, Netflix on us. They marketed immediately. AT&T has yet to do that. I watched an interview yesterday. Stanky on the interview said distribution is not going to be an issue. And of course, AT&T has a lot of money, so I don't see distribution being an issue. And I do see them pushing marketing very heavily on this product. But I don't know if they're going to market with wireless in mind, or if they're just going to market the HBO product and then maybe at the end of it say, hey, look, this is included for free with these services. Because you got to remember, it's included in many other services besides just the wireless. If you've paid for HBO on the TV side, you get Max for free. If you have the fiber internet, you get Max for free. And that there's a couple of other ways to get it for free as well. So that's just, like I said, I don't know if this is necessarily the right way to go about it for AT&T. But in my opinion, they are turning this into an overall ecosystem. And I think in a way, again, like I said earlier, charging data caps on your own product just doesn't make sense, I think. And also, you know, for the AT&T customer, if you are an AT&T customer, I'm sure you're liking that because you're probably gonna stream those services wherever you are and have no worry at all. It, you know, in terms of going against your deprioritization limit. But then there are customers that are going to be ticked off and say, hey, look, this is a net neutrality issue. Why can't I stream Netflix and all these other platforms and it not go against my data cap? So again, just let me know in the comment section down below how you guys feel about this. Do you think this was the right way to go for AT&T? Or do you think it's gonna, as you see here in this article, which I will leave in the description down below, AT&T's HBO Max seems destined to repeat the same mistakes, pretty much is what this means right here. So I don't know. I don't know what the right path is for AT&T. And I want to see if you guys can maybe give some opinions in the comment section down below. I'm almost, I told a couple of people these past few days, I'm almost very close to calling AT&T an underdog, but they're actually the big dog, so to speak, money-wise. But in terms of how they're marketing currently and how it's going, all the TV losses, I just don't see. I see them being the underdog in terms of a wireless carrier. Now that T-Mobile got Sprint, they automatically move into second place postpaid numbers. AT&T falls to third. So it's going to be very interesting to see how AT&T rebounds from this. Then again, AT&T is so diversified. I mean, they care about the wireless revenue because it's the main revenue, but they have other segments to really focus on. TV, streaming now, HBO Max has to be successful. So there's so much happening that if they take a couple of losses on the certain side of the business, they're not too concerned about it because they have other revenue that's incoming, whereas T-Mobile and even Verizon now are really just focused on mastering the wireless side of the business because it's their main income. Although Verizon has Fios, it's not as widespread, so their main overall income is still wireless. And of course, we know T-Mobile right now is probably like 98% wireless, and the other two is that home broadband that they have already established, and I think a little bit of the T-Vision where it's live. But other than that, it's all wireless for them. So they focus on that, and that's why they're doing it so much better. I just think it's happening so much better with T-Mobile. Their app, the customer service, you could just tell it's more smoother. Same with Verizon. AT&T, it's kind of a mess. It really is. Like, you can never call back and get the same person. You call back, you get transferred to 10 different departments. It's just tough at AT&T. There is a lot of restructuring happening. I could let you guys know that, but in my opinion, I said it in another video, I just think that's barely going to be scratching the surface. That's how deep and bad the issues are at AT&T, and it'll probably take several more CEOs to really fix it. They have to get it fixed to where you can just call in with one person and they are able to handle your entire account. You shouldn't call in about wireless and then they tell you, oh, you've reached the TV side, you have to get transferred, and then you don't know who you're going to get transferred to overseas. It's outsourced. It's just a mess. It's just a mess, in my opinion. And I think that's where the team of experts for T-Mobile works wonders. Verizon is very good at that as well. And we'll see what the future holds for AT&T. But right now, I want to hear from you guys if this is the right path for them, or do you guys still think there's just too many different segments for AT&T and they really haven't mastered any of them as of yet? So if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Also hit the notification bell so you guys are notified when I upload content. If you have been on the channel, you can go ahead and end the video now. But if you have a Twitter, make sure to follow my Twitter. I will post the videos on the Twitter as well, because YouTube has been dropping the ball on pushing the notifications. So the minute they drop and upload it, I will post the videos on the Twitter. And this is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.